Welcome to Let's Talk About It. I'm Sheena.
And I'm Tamara.
And I don't know, we've got a special episode today because Tamara is not telling me what we're talking about.
I told you what we're talking about. I've just left out one of the topics.
You basically said we're talking about why lesbians are lesbian, but you're not going to tell me any more than that.
Yes.
Okay.
See? So you do know what
it's a mystery. It's a mystery podcast for me. So, okay, go on then.
Okay, so let's get the Scooby gang together and into the mystery van thing.
Okay.
Alright, so people are always asking, why are lesbians lesbian? Right? Okay, because, people want to know why they are the way they are. And the thing is that no one really knows what makes someone gay. There's been a lot of studies into what makes men gay, and there's a lot of research around hormones. There's also the second son theory, but there's nothing really been done into why lesbians are lesbian, because the stuff that holds true for men doesn't seem to hold true for women.
Okay.
So let's start at the genetic theory.
All right.
Okay. So the latest genetic sort of theory is that there's no such thing as a gay gene. Okay, so there's no one gene that if you have it, it makes you gay. Okay. And
do they definitively know this?
Yes, they definitively know this.
Okay.
There are, however, many genes that could possibly make you gay.
So like combinations of genes?
Yes, and there's more than they even have actually found. So there are genes that will make you more predisposed to liking men or women. So everyone has these. And if you're a straight man, these genes will be more towards liking women or being attracted to women. Okay. And if you're a woman and you have these same things being expressed, you're a lesbian, because in you, they're woman-liking genes and you're a woman, so you become a lesbian.
So there are sets of genes where put together they could potentially be why someone's gay.
Yes. Okay. And depending on how they're expressed, you're either gay or bisexual. That's why there's a spectrum, because you may have the same amount of girl and boy liking genes. So, Okay.
So say there's 100 different genes, for example. If you have 98 of them skewed towards woman, you will be more likely to be a lesbian, or if you're a dude, a heterosexual dude.
Mm-hmm. So that's a prevailing theory. And then there's also the theory of baby girls in utero being exposed to, I think it's the androgen hormone, which is a male hormone. And then that can also apparently create lesbians, but who actually really knows? So that's another theory. However, they do know that being lesbian or gay is genetic, because when they've taken identical twins who are lesbian, both are more likely to be lesbian than one being straight and one being lesbian.
So they've decided that it is a genetic thing because of the identical twin thing.
Mm-hmm. Fraternal twins, if one's a lesbian, there's like a much smaller chance that the other one will be a lesbian too.
But because the genes are identical on
because they have 100% identical genes, so, or 50%. I think 50% of their genes are identical, actually. Okay, I don't know. Genetic maths is hard. But whatever.
So more genes than normal are identical in them. Yes. And so therefore they're more likely to be of the same sexual orientation.
Yes, and well, because of that, they can tell that it is something that's genetic. So
I'm not terribly surprised by this.
No, I'm not terribly surprised. I mean, and this obviously only answers to the people who feel like they're born gay or born lesbian. You do get people who are a lot more fluid and who later in life they experiment with different sexual orientations. So are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready for an amazing theory that came out in 2017 from Cyprus?
Tell me.
Okay. Lesbians have evolved because it turns on straight men.
An actual person said this.
An actual study, and this isn't inverted commas, I'm doing it with like air quotes, but you can't see this. So a study was done. Okay, at best this is a hypothesis, but You should see Sheena's face right now.
I'm
gobsmacked
and really angry that anybody would even like go there. Like, really?
Yes.
Wow, this is the pure definition of this whole thing of women being there solely for the sexual pleasure of men.
It's fantastic, and it gets even better because this amazing study surveyed 1,509 heterosexual participants.
Wait. So let me get this right.
A study on why lesbians are lesbian
took heterosexual participants and therefore has definitively decided that we are lesbian for the pure sexual pleasure of heterosexual men. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, half the men in the sample reported that they would become sexually excited if their opposite sex partners revealed to them that they experienced same-sex attraction.
Wow. So our entire existence, according to these delightful scientists who are really, really frustratingly straight, is that it's not bad enough that women generally exist for the sexual pleasure of men, but now women who don't want to have sex with men exist for the sexual pleasure of men. I'm just kind of like, wow, okay. Who even comes up with scientific ideas like this? And I say scientific in the loosest possible term.
No, it's ridiculous. I mean, this was done in 2017, or at least the findings came out in 2017, and it's just like, really? Is it really 2017 and we're having to still deal with this crap?
It almost feels like it's a 1 step forward, 3 steps back on the Me Too kind of movement. Like a direct result of women standing up and saying, we are not here solely for the sexual gratification of men. And so then they go do a study. Not only are we solely, but like, even the women that don't want to sleep with men, the only reason we evolved is for men. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, and this totally negates...
Who are these people? Who are these delightful people? Let's name them and shame them. Because I'm just actually so horrified by this.
Okay, so here I'm going to butcher the Greek language, so I'm sorry for any Greek people out there. So these are Cypriot researchers from the University of Nicosia, and the lead researcher is Menelaos Apostolos. They don't name any other researchers, and then there was someone else later who responded to this, and she said, well, what you're not taking into account is a lot of men's idea of lesbianism, it comes from porn. So when men think lesbian, they think porn, so they get turned on because of what porn, the imagery of what a lesbian is according to porn. And, it comes back to the same fight of lesbian is not safe for work. Lesbian is very safe for work. And we need to fight back on this and claim back this term, because why should we as a people be associated with a sex industry?
Yes. No. Wow. I'm actually just... The fact that anybody allowed this to even happen. What is wrong with the University of wherever? I'm feeling very angry right now.
I'm sorry.
You don't look sorry. You look kind of delighted because you got the exact reaction you thought you'd get from me.
I actually got a much bigger reaction than I thought I'd get.
I'm so tired of people assuming that other people are there for their gratification. This is like slavery thinking. Do you know what I mean? This is like the same kind of thinking that made people put other people in boats and take them across the ocean so that they could go work on farms. Because you can be my person. You're my property now. It's the same kind of thinking.
No, it is. It's very entitled. It's the same thinking that puts women as pawns to be sold or whatever to the highest bidder in terms of marriage. It's, it's all the same thing.
Yes. So it's gross and it's disgusting, and frankly, I think we should do a petition against this bloody research.
Well, I think it probably hasn't got very far, so...
It's also really silly research. Like, it's really, really backwards research if you think about...
Honestly, when, I saw this, it seriously sounds like a really bad research conducted by someone who's, at first year university and they're doing, their first research assignment ever. Because I'm just... Like, how does something like this ever even get to the point of being researched?
This is what I'm saying. How are the professors okay with this? How is anybody okay with this?
Because, I mean, this is also like the most flawed research idea, sample, everything. It's insane.
We evolved solely for the pleasure of another person.
Yep. Yeah. No matter that, like, lesbians actually, you know, aren't there to have sex with men. You know, that's the whole point of being a lesbian.
Wow. Alright, so from a very upset Sheena...
and a very amused Tamara.
Right. This is Talk about it.
Are you sure?
I don't know. This is just lesbian angry.
I like it. We should take a lesbian angry slot.
Wow. I'm actually just... I'm floored. Alright, so if you're upset about this, come and tell me about it, because I'll just rage with you on this particular matter. But okay.
So share this podcast with all your lesbian friends. Tell people why you're angry about it. Give us your thoughts on what makes a lesbian a lesbian.
If you enjoy this show and, you know, generally what we do on the channel, don't forget to click on the Patreon link and become a patron. You get behind the scenes exclusive podcasts and information, articles, all sorts of kind of fun things. And hey, you help us grow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a win-win.
And you help us stay on air. You're supporting lesbian businesses.
Yeah, this is all true.
It is.
And come join our Facebook group, the Lesbian Talk Show chat group. We're also on Twitter, and we have a Facebook page. But that's all for this week. I'm Sheena.
And I'm Tamara. Bye.
Are you still laughing at me?
I really, really am.
How are you not upset by this?
I'm very upset, but I've had time to digest it.
Yes, you kind of sprang this on me, didn't you?
I did. Like, I saw this and I was just like, this has to be an episode. How do I make this an episode?
Wow.